and welcome to Making an Alien Head. It's our latest Photoshop project. It includes some of the skills that we've used before, but I will go through all of the steps anyway. So what you want to do is grab one of your blue screen photos and open it up. And we're going to take out the blue screen. I'm going to do it a different way to the last one I showed you, and you can choose which one you want to use. They're both pretty similar and they end up with the same result. So I've got this picture. Now I'm going to make a copy of it, and I could go to Layer, New, Layer via Copy, but I want you to notice something here. This is called a shortcut, and it tells you the keystrokes that you can use to quickly do the effect without having to go through the menus. So Control J is the one. So I'm going to use Control J this time, and you watch what happens over here. Control J, and now I've got two copies. I'm going to select the top copy, go to the magic wand. I've set it to a pretty high value, it's 95, and I've clicked the magic wand. Now in the other versions of this that we've done, we've inverted it, but because it's on this top layer, I've selected the background, and now I can just delete the background, and you can see it looks the same here because I can see through the top layer to the background. But if I turn the background off now, it's got a transparent background. To get rid of the selection, here's another shortcut. It's Control D, and now my selection is gone. So make sure that you've selected the top layer, because this is the one you're going to distort to the alien head. The distortion is under Filter, pardon me, Distort, and Liquify, and you've got various tools. So I'm going to just show you two or three of these tools to give you an example of what they do, but when you've got some time you can explore the other tools. So I'm going to just turn him into a very ordinary looking Close Encounters of the Third Kind type alien. I think there's also one of those looking ones in American Dad. I'm going to enlarge the head. This is the enlarge tool, what they call it, the bloat tool, and set the brush. See how small the brush is? I'm going to set it to really big so I can grab a whole lot of his head, give him that forehead of superior alien intelligence. And the one directly above it is, what's it say, pucker, and it's a thing to make it shrink. So you can already see I've halfway to the classic alien look. This one is a sort of smudge tool. They call it warp. I'm going to reduce my brush size to something small, and it kind of, you grab it and you can kind of stretch things out, as you can see. And I'm going to use my bloat tool to give him the large alien eyes. All I do is put it in place and click and hold, and it does all the work for me. And there you go. That's a quickie job, but it's quite effective. So I'm going to click OK now. If at any point you want to undo what you've done, you can just use the undo tool and start again. And there's an undo tool in the distort section as well. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll provide a background. Here are your effects that you might have been using, but next to it in this tab is a tab called Content. So I'll just pop in a background. Seems like a suitable background. And the last thing I'll do is I'm going to manipulate the colors. So I'll select my foreground layer. Now I'm holding the Control key down and pressing the U key as a shortcut. Control U. Hue changes the color. Saturation changes the amount of color, very intense color to no color at all, black and white. And lightness is obviously light and dark. So I'm going to make it pretty extreme. I might make him a kind of avatar-like alien. And I'm going to do the same with the background. Now I've selected the background layer, Control U. Increase the saturation, decrease the brightness, gives it a more of an electronic kind of look, and slide through some of these to see which one seems to work. Quite like that one. And there you have it, and you've got your alien. The best thing to do when you finish with it, if you know you're not going to work on it anymore, is go to File, Save As, and choose JPEG. And that means it will be able to be read on any computer, and you can put it in blogs and things as your avatar if you want. Oops. And save as JPEG. And there you go, all done. Thanks for listening.